Before I begin this video, I have a special announcement. I'll be starting a new series called Yonggi Unscripted. And just like the title says, it'll be me talking freely, more like a podcast style, about a topical subject, and branching off from there. Konnichiwa, what's up, minasan? Yonggi desu. Yonggi-baka to atarashii video e yokoso. Ima wa 2月です。そしてバレンタインを早く近日公開だよね。でもバレンタインの前にファンタジーアニメを話したい。けれどロマンティックの愛のようにファンタジーですね。冗談じゃない。February is here, and while it's still technically winter, Valentine's Day is right around the corner to fill us with tenderest, amorous, warm feelings. A reminder to all of us single folk just how lonely we are. At least come February 15th, all the V-Day choco go on sale. So that's something to look forward to. But before we get to that point, there's a fantasy anime airing this winter season that I want to talk about. As if romantic love isn't fantasy to me. Ha! 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 The fantasy anime of today's video follows a quartet of adventurers, a real foursome of unique and quirky individuals, who all coincidentally meet and find themselves becoming the best of friends. Not that one, at least not yet. While some similarities do exist, the biggest difference is that it's not an isekai. Just kidding, it might as well be one since it pretty much follows the world building of an isekai story, without the reincarnation. Instead, the differences lie in its characters, and how the quintessential quartet of Ningen Fushin no Bokensha Tachi ga Sekai o Suku yo dejectedly meet. Oh gosh, say that fast 4 times. Let's introduce the characters of Ningen Fushin no Bokensha Tachi ga Sekai o Suku yo properly, beginning with my favorite character, Curran, a half-human and dragon cutie with a tail as large as the sword she wields, who once was eager to fight alongside somebody she admired, somebody who betrayed her and left her for dead. 歴戦の勇者といった風だが、まるで手負いの獣だな。Our protagonist and leader of the troop is an intelligent fellow named Nick, who was framed for a crime he didn't commit and kicked from his group of adventurers. 俺の名はニック、腕利きの冒険者集団、武芸百般の継戦士だ。Onto an elemental ice mage, Tiana, who was once engaged, but blamed, shamed, and ousted from her family for her fiancé leaving her. 見たところ魔術師のようだが、この女、アサシンか? The fourth member of the group is Zem, a respected clergyman known for his ability to heal others and was well liked in the community, until he was accused of being an adulterer and expelled from the church. 神官様がはしご酒か。旅帰りか。化粧品の匂いが染みついている。肝心のメダルもなし。破門神官か。Each dejected individual who would later become a member of the quartet all find themselves alone, all due to the maltreatment expressed by somebody who they trusted, all developing a trust towards others because of that. One night, they all find themselves coping with their emotions and drowning their sorrows by getting blitzed at a tavern. Fate would have it that they'd all be seated together at the same table.
何が冒険者だ。何が恋人だ。どうせ仲間なんていずれ裏切る。
A dragoon, a brawler, a mage, and a cleric all end up in the same tavern to drink away their sorrows. That's it. That's the punchline. It's funny because it's true. Over a mug of beer, they would find that they all share one commonality amongst themselves, as they simultaneously slam their steins onto the table, declaring their distrust for others, which is a real did we just become best friends moment. At a table that's literally round, they have a round table of sorts, each sharing their stories and the vices that they've fallen into as a result. What made them simultaneously ejaculate their distrust for others? And after many more mugs, they collectively get drunk off their asses with effectively strangers that they don't trust, causing a real ruckus.
だから取っちゃダメって言ったし。
絡み酒ですか。
お前聞いてるか。
はいはい、聞いてますよ。
And after getting what I presume to be blackout sloshed, they awaken the next morning in Tiana's room. And just as they're about to break away from one another, Nick has a big brain idea that they should join forces and form a party of disillusioned travelers who can't trust anyone, who will rise past their past to save the wondrous world.
だからこそ誰も信じられねえ俺たち4人で冒険者パーティーを作らないか。
さて、いつの日かこの者たちが世界を救うことになるのじゃが、
The only thing stopping the group of ragtag adventurers is that they don't necessarily trust one another. And if there are any merits and truth behind their stories, who could blame them? Though they did just get pissed drunk in front of the others and awaken in a room that's not their own, which has a certain sense of camaraderie and vulnerability to it. I think. I wouldn't know.
誰だこいつら。
もう食べられない。
In some ways, having a healthy distrust of others may work to their benefit, as they'll always have somebody watching over them and they'll be forced to be accountable to the others. Though at the same time, having a certain level of trust and belief in your comrades, that their strengths will make up for your deficiencies and vice versa, is also mutually beneficial. Especially if the group named the Survivors wants to do just that. Survive.
聖戦士に流戦士魔術師治癒術師ね。まあ、
I really hope that the story of Ningen Fushin no Bokensha Tachi ga Sekai o Sukuyo really builds on the premise that is laid out before us, utilizing all of its characters in all of the steps of forming, norming, storming, norming again, and performing, and staying together forever to craft a meaningful narrative that makes me care about its characters.
来て帰ること。
で、あんたらパーティー名はどうするんだい？
サバイバーズ。
Ningen Fushin no Bokensha Tachi ga Sekai o Sukuyo has a lot of potential, and I'm not saying that just because of Curran, although if it comes down to it.
C 級難易度の迷宮から奇跡の単独生還。ギルド界隈じゃちっと知れた名だよ。
サバイバー。
Which of the four disillusioned adventurers do you most identify with? Or maybe a fusion of the two? Curran and Nick for me. I don't know. Spoiler alert. As a wise girl once said a long time ago, you gotta surround yourself with people to find your people. That being said, 今日はこの辺です。ありがとうございました。ずっと元気でいてね。美しい人たち。じゃあまたね。
人間なんて信用できるか！